Let's get ready outside of my work because I was gonna go to the gym and then I saw the time and I was like, ugh! Anyways, get ready with me while I tell you things I've learned. And I'm 24, about to turn 25 in May, so you'd be surprised at the stuff I've learned at my young age. Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna do the first one, which really plays a big role in like what I'm doing right now. Time management is gonna be like the best life skill you can have. Like if you have good time managing skills, like you would do a lot of stuff in 24 hours, because honestly there's not enough hours of the day to do everything that you have your mind set out to do. Like especially like living in a world where you have to live a 9 to 5 or like a 12-hour shift or like anything, or like you still have to take away, it's not even 24 hours because you still have to sleep half of the time, not half, but like 8 hours to be sane. And if you don't sleep those 8 hours, you're obviously not going to be sane, so you're not going to be as productive. And if you are, you're probably living off of caffeine and Red Bulls, which is not okay either. But anyways, on to the next one. Another thing I learned, and honestly I wish I would have learned this when I was in middle school or even in life, because I have never been the favorite at anything. Like I was the black sheep of a family. I'm like talking really weird. I was like, anyways, and then in the group chat in the friend group, I was never like the prettiest one. I was the funniest one, but I wasn't the prettiest one. So every time we would have like new like people in our group, like new friends, I would always be like, why aren't they talking to me? Like, not that I cared, like, but it was kind of like confusion, like because you kind of feel like you feel when somebody doesn't really like you. So in my mind I was always like, what did I do? Like I'm always so nice. Like I never was a mean person. Like I was never a mean girl. And then coming to find out that it's just because I didn't fit their lives, like their, I don't know how to explain it. Like my friends did, but I didn't. And in my mind I was just like, I was thinking I did something wrong when that was never the case. And honestly, if you think about it, they were kind of really doing you a favor, because you don't want friends like that only care about like people's appearance, what they have on. We have a moco. But yeah, that's another thing I learned. Another thing I learned is I had like all these minds coming to work, all these thoughts coming to work, but now that I'm here recording, it's just like a blank thought. But anyways, I had got the new iPhone and everybody was like, it's the same thing. I'm like, no. I had 68 gigabytes on my other one, and with Instagram and TikTok, that's already like half. So where I'm getting at is I love taking pictures, and that's the whole reason why I'm into social media, because I can look back at videos and pictures of when I was younger, and it just gives me really nostalgic. So I just feel like there's never enough pictures, especially with your kids. Like I always get mad at my mom because I feel like, well, it was different back in the day, but like she has pictures of us, like actual pictures, like paper pictures, but there is no videos. There is no like, I have a really bad memory, but there's nobody who I would think that, oh, my stomach is growling, who would remember how they were when they were little. Like I have stories of how caprichosa I was, but like I don't have actual videos, because I always record my kids when they're being crazy, when they're being funny, and I'm just like, I would have loved to see like videos of myself when I was younger. Like I always get mad at her for it, but anyways, yeah, because on TikTok I'm always seeing you guys post like throwbacks of you guys being hilarious. I'm like, I was a hilarious kid too. Like I was so freaking funny. I stopped being funny around my depression era, and then I would be funny again. But then once I hit, like, I'm not saying my kids like took my funny away, but they kind of did. Like my personality never stayed the same. Like I would like balance out, and like certain people think that I don't like them in school because I wasn't comfortable with everybody in school. Like it's not that they would intimidate me, and it's not that I didn't like them. I just didn't feel like being myself around them. Not that I didn't, like, I would want to be myself with everybody, but there's certain people that I wasn't like myself with. I was like quiet and awkward, which I'm not. But anyways, I forgot my thing, but I have it in the car. And another thing I learned is being a mom at a young age, you get talked about a lot, and then you put your kids first, obviously, but you forget that you're still young. Like, I'm not saying I want to party, but there's a lot of stuff that I could have like put my foot down in. I could have still been able to like do my sports and stuff if I would have like actually shown them that I cared. Because I honestly said, what was that word? There's a word for it. Like, every time they would say like, no, like, you have a kid, like, I would just be like, I wouldn't want to fight, and I would just let it go. But when it came to them wanting to do stuff, I was so understanding, like, so understanding. So I think that it's kind of my fault because I let a lot of stuff slide. So yeah, I feel like when you're a mom, that doesn't mean you have to stop doing stuff for you. Like, honestly, I could have made it in wrestling. Like, honestly, I was barely starting to be good when I got pregnant. I would see how to stop. But whenever I gave birth the year after, my coach was like, well, you could just go weight up. And he was wanting me to be in, like, you know, the tournaments or whatever. But I was always giving him excuses. Not that I didn't want to go, but because I didn't have permission. Like, nobody was gonna help me, like, at all. And then I'm like, I would have loved for my kid to go to like my stuff. It would have been so cool. Like, he was so little, but like, they be cheering you on. There's just like a lot of things I regret, but that's another thing I learned. Like, I lived years and I'm mad about that because I was always like regretting things that I did back then. Like, you're never gonna change your past, or like, you're never gonna change what you went through. And the more you think about it, the more mad you're gonna get. Like, yeah, you can learn from it and like change, but when you keep beating yourself up over it, it's like, it's not like you can go back in time and change like the past. So it's like you're just getting yourself worked up for stuff that you can't control. So it's like, you know, it's not worth it. So yeah, just kind of live in the present. Think about the future. Don't stay stuck where you're at, but also have fun in the journey. Because I was telling my sister that now that I'm working, I regret not being a stay-at-home mom. And like, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was always like, oh, I want to go to work, I want to go to work. I didn't fully do everything I was like supposed to do being a stay-at-home mom. Like, I was always just worried about not being able to like work. Like, I wasn't just living in the moment. I wasn't thinking about like, oh, I'm with my kids 24/7. Obviously that makes you like crazy sometimes, but you just have to be sane for your kids. Anyways, another thing I learned, it was right in the tip of my tongue. Hold on, because I don't want to, time's about to run out. I remembered because I was thinking about it when I was driving the car. I feel like people always like to get really defensive with life when stuff happens to them, but I feel like that's the best thing, because it's never okay to be comfortable where you're at. Like, imagine if nothing were to happen to you ever, you would be comfortable where you're at, because you're like, oh, like, I love my life how it is. Like, it's not perfect, but it's not like bad. But once like stuff starts happening to you, it motivates you to like to go up, like, obviously always stay humble, but it's never wrong to always want to be better than how you were years before. Not even years, like, it's better to want to be better than you were last week. Like, last week I only went to the gym twice. I'm trying to beat that record today. Like, even though I didn't get to go today, but that's what I'm saying, like, time management. Like, I'm so mad, but then I'm like, let me just make this video. Like, I don't have time to post content like before because I work now. I was like, let me just make the best out of it and just, record a little video for you guys. And that's what I did. So yeah, it's not a complete waste of time. And then right now I'm gonna eat my breakfast in peace. I have my makeup done and nobody's here yet, so I'm talking to my phone without being all awkward. But yeah, that's it. Bye guys.